month. That was one of my complaints that I called, because it wasn't just me. I found out most of the people in the building had the same problem with him. And so I called them, and they never dealt with those things. But that I very appreciate, because at the end of the day, if you think I haven't made payment, you take me to court, then both of us go and prove over there. And the second thing I was concerned about was, he said, I complained about was, after 5 days, you pay $25 if they don't get your rent after 5 days. After the 5th day of the month, you pay a late fee of $25. Meanwhile, we are supposed to wait for you to bring us the bill, and we're supposed to put it in the bill to these urban property people. So what do you mean the 5th day? If I even sign a check for you on the 1st of the month, it does not necessarily mean you will get it on the 5th of the month. And so if you tell me to pay $25 every month because you didn't get my check, I don't see it doesn't make sense to me. And so I complained about that, and they say, okay, every month. Meanwhile, when you send them a check on the 1st, they will even cash the check. They will wait, you will call them about 10 or 15 times just to make sure that they cash your check. You keep asking them, why have you got my check and you haven't cashed it? You have to actually beg them to just go and cash your check. So it doesn't even make sense. Why would you charge $25 after the 5th day of the month, yet when you get a check even before the 5th, you wait and you cash it around 29th or 28th or even 27th of the month?
Wow, I mean, that's interesting. So it sounds like to me that what they're doing...
At all. So it means every month, if they charge you every month, they charge us $25 extra for your check every month, because they said they don't get their checks before the 5th of the month.
Yeah, I mean, that's shocking, because what it sounds like they're doing, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, they're holding your money purposely, so they say they didn't receive it, so it's late, so they can charge everybody $25 extra.
Exactly, but I don't...
Yeah, that's wrong. They're taking advantage of people.
We have to mail a check to you. Why would you expect, if you said 5 days, after the 5th of the month, it doesn't make sense. This is a mailing process.
Yeah, I understand. It doesn't sound like he's keeping...
After the 10th of the month or after the 15th day of the month, that's fine. This is a building. This is tenant building. This is not like, even in the court of law, even, what do you call it, parking tickets and all that. They don't tell you after the 5th day of the month.
No, I understand.
Really? So why would you expect your money after the 5th? So every month, even if you sign your check on the 1st, you still will get, what do you call it, $25, and you still will get $25 bills for late fee, because your mail wouldn't get there unless maybe you do it next day priority or what. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, no, it's very disturbing. It sounds like he can't manage the building over there, because if he's asking you to provide proof, as a landlord, he's supposed to have records and systems.
Exactly.
So I don't understand, how does he file his taxes? You shouldn't have to prove that.
But I want to ask you, supposing you have a house, right?
Right.
And you have people living in the house, and the person pays January, the person pays February, the person pays, July, whatever. And then you come back, this is 2007, and then 2009, you send a letter to them that they owe you $5,000 for a payment that they haven't made. And they're asking you, give me the proof of whenever you thought I didn't make those payments. And you said, bring all the statements, all your statements from last year, 2007. Doesn't even make sense. How can you receive my check, or my current check, my current month check? How can you receive it and cash it when you know I owe you payment? Why would you receive, for instance, why would you cash a check to the chamber?
No, I understand.
Say I owe you from January to July.
Yeah, this is I'm very concerned about that. Now, whatever happened with the $5,000? Did you pay it or did he forgive it? What happened?
No. He still every month he changes. The $5,000 changes. As of today when I came in, I took out my bills. I have it right here. As of today, he says I owe $3,700. So I don't know what that is about because.
Well, I'm gonna look into this because.
I owe about $5,000 something, and I owe $3,000, and I keep calling them and asking them. I don't like you sending me bills. You have to send me proof of when you think I owe, and they want me to bring all my statements from 2007.
Yeah, that's not your job to do that.
Does it make sense to you?
No, it does not make sense.
If you have records, you should be able to tell me that in December 2008, on February or in January or in September, you didn't make payment.
Yeah, I'm very disturbed. This is very.
Then if I can go to my bank and request for 2008 September, then I'll bring. But I can go to my bank and request for my bank statement from January to December 2008 to bring it to you.
Yeah, this is very disturbing, and it sounds like he may be taking advantage of people over there because he should have a computer.
Whenever you send a check, they still cash it. So why would you? If I think that you owe past due, and I send you a check and I've written on it current date, I won't cash it. I'll bring it back to you and say you owe last month. Why are you paying for this month? You haven't paid last month yet. Why are you paying for this month?
No, it sounds like.
Is that right?
It sounds like you're a very responsible lady, and I can tell by talking to you that you probably paid every payment on time and you never missed a payment.
And he knows that I make every payment because I'm one of those.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna get involved here because this is. I mean, it doesn't sound. In fact, I've spoken to a lot of people today, and I was very disturbed by some of the things that people told me that he's not collecting rent and the conditions they have to live in.
When I came to rent the building, the bathtub in the house was like, if you go to the junkyard, a rusted bathtub, and he had used white paint to paint it to make it look white, and the floor here was, oh God, I haven't seen anything as nasty as that. So I asked him, what are you going to do about the floor? And he said, well, what I think I'll do about the floor is we'll put a carpet on the floor, and then I'll charge you $25 for every added to your monthly rent. He will charge me for the carpet $25. I moved in here and there was nothing here. I called him, he didn't do anything. I had to go and call these carpet people to come and scrub the floor. I paid for it myself. They scrubbed the floor and they put a nice carpet there, and I paid for it. I didn't mind. And then the first day I moved in here, I saw the bathtub. I was going to take a bath, but what I do when I move into a new building is I don't care how clean it is. I still want to sterilize everything before I use it. So I put Clorox in the bathtub just to clean out, every because I know workers have been working in the house, and I wouldn't want to use something that somebody has come to sit on. I put a Clorox in, and in the next 5 seconds, oh my God, the whole thing was rusted, like brown rusted thing. So I called him and I said, Marcus, come and look at your bathtub. I can sit in this. It's rusted. It's nasty.
Did he replace it?
I never came to look at it, and I called and I called and I called. And I had just moved in there and I didn't have any money yet to after renovating everything. So what I did is I had to move back from here to go and stay with my girlfriend to make sure that I pay for somebody to come and clean the tap.
So Marcus never fixed your bathtub?
He never fixed it. I had to call. I have the proof. I have proof of the guys that came to fix it for me. Marcus went to buy something called CLR.
Hold on 1 second, Miss Torres. 1 second.
Now, he said it takes out.
1 second, Miss Torres. Hold on 1 second.